Hi, everybody. Two girls, one ticket.
Two girls, one ticket. Happy summer, everyone. Are we
Happy
thriving?
summer. I feel like we just leave everyone hanging and disappear for like 2 weeks at a time, and then we just pop right back up. Totally on me. I forgot it was the 4th coming up for 2 weeks ago. And then, another week
It's already
passed,
been
and
2
what's
weeks.
that? And I know, right? Isn't that not crazy?
I'm like, shit, we're well into summer. I'm like, oh, summer's just beginning. Happy summer, everybody. Everybody's at the beach, got their swimsuits on. And I'm like, no, summer's been, school's almost back in sesh. So.
Literally, which means football and fall. And yeah, countdown is on. I just cannot wait. But yeah, these 2 weeks just flew by. A lot of stuff
Just
passed
living our
us by.
fabulous lives.
I know. We were both living the West Coast lifestyle.
Yeah. How was Bend?
Bend was great. Great weather. Lots of outdoor time. Super nice. No complaints. It was sad to come back to the heat and this rain, but
We saw
it was
Brooklyn
good.
ripping
But
it with the golf club.
oh
She's
yeah,
ripping it with the
the
soccer
soccer ball.
ball.
She
Just a little
loves
legend.
soccer. Yeah.
Does she?
Get her set up for
Football.
Boston. My Boston legacy. What's her name?
Oh God, you're like a crescent or whatever.
Yes, but they're swans. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
No, it was fun, but yeah, back and here we are. But I was excited to get back. We've got so many things. We had Taylor Swift's wedding. We've had Wimbledon. We've had golf. We had the ESPYs last night. It's just World Cup.
Yeah, it's like, girl,
Like, what are we going to do? I know, like the major one. All these memes make me laugh of everyone being like, what are we going to do now that we're not pretending we're soccer fans? And like, and then there was that week where there was like, or day, this calendar where there was no soccer games for like the first time in weeks. And everyone's like, what are we going to do?
Yeah. Nobody knew what to do. I see, again, I don't follow soccer. I'm not a big soccer fan. However, I have been while we've been hosting the World Cup. But I keep seeing all these funny memes because now that I've been watching soccer, like they're always on the ground. Like I feel like everybody's always on the ground. So if you see, the pinball or like the little soccer game, like the little game that you see at bars and stuff.
Oh, like foosball.
Foosball.
Yeah.
Foosball. There was a meme of all the foosball players like off the sticks or whatever. Because
just flopping over.
They're all just like, they all are on the ground and then they roll around for a while. I'm like, are they buying time? What's going on? So I'm learning a lot about the game.
Starting to get some penalties for that. But there's so many memes too. People like women push out babies and go through childbirth like this. And then there's soccer players and they're like flailing all over and like crying and holding their head and like rolling on the ground for literally nothing.
I'm like, I swear this is literally an acting class, but no, it's been fun and I have a new appreciation for the game. So I may be a new football fan.
I love it. Are you going to be like Victoria Beckham sitting there with David Beckham and she like doesn't react and gets like roasted for it when England scored and she's just sitting there and it's like shows how much she cares about, whatever, her heart and England and soccer or whatever. And David Beckham's like standing up, like cheering. And then when they were playing yesterday, she was like overly jumping up and down. It was so funny to see her shift after people were like saying she's like stoic as ever.
I mean, again, I love her. As we commented before, she never wore the jersey.
Never wore the jersey.
No. She's too cool for that. So she's only got to show so much passion, right? So, yeah. I mean, now she's trying to make up for it. She doesn't want the world to hate her, but
she was like an original wag. And 100%. We don't even like that word, but she was. And she had her big sunglasses and her big bags and her long hair and her stiff looking, face. But love it. Or like facial expressions, like not expression. Yeah.
Just the resting bitch face.
I love it. But yes. Well, also, and for anyone that has listened to us and has followed our advice on our O-Search Shark Tracker, they're heading for Brogan right now. She's in Maine. She's made her way, and the sharks are a-swimming off the
Tallulah
coast.
the turtle is too.
Tallulah the turtle. I nearly melted when you said that. I'm like, could there be a better name for a 1,000-pound turtle?
I thought, okay, so again, I know you've had the Shark app. You've been following the Shark app for years, and I kind of joined late into the Shark app group. But when you told me to look at it, I looked at it and I was like, okay, I thought there was like a little mini turtle like swimming around and everything. And then I was like, holy shit, Tallulah's off the coast of where I'm at right now. And she's 1,000 pounds and she's a lady. And she swam all the way down around Florida. I did her little tracking and then she swam around back up Florida and up to like Canada and back down. And now she's right off the coast of where we're at in Maine. So
It's
she
incredible.
is a
They're
swimmer.
massive and they're old. They can live I didn't check her age, but
Oh,
um they are very old at
Tallulah.
times.
Well, even the sharks that they're tracking
Yeah.
are like 500 pounds. This
Mhm.
bitch is 1,000
Yeah.
pounds.
It's pretty crazy.
I'm trying to see how old she
Yeah,
is
but
because I'm
Contenders
like,
back out there. Biggest one hadn't been tracked for a while. They're really and interestingly enough, there's some still down by Florida, which is really late for that. There's 2 off of Cancun. I mean,
oh, coon. Oh, we got Brooks the shark coming in hot. Oh, wow. I don't know where it says the age, but it's a really
I'll have to
fascinating app.
investigate.
I wish they did it on the West
I
Coast
don't know
because
why. We've got to find answers on that. Maybe that'll be our next gig. We will be the trackers of the West Coast, the
I just
Westies.
don't want to tag them. As long as somebody else tags them, I'm
We'll
good.
just follow. We'll do the tracking. Someone else can go tag.
Yeah, exactly. But I love it.
But yeah, they're awfully close to Nantucket and Maine and yeah, Massachusetts, all over North Carolina. They're always kind of around the Outer Banks right now. It's crazy. But did you see clips of Nantucket from the 4th? As I mentioned, I could not imagine being there at a time like that. Oh my gosh, it was insane. The lines at the airport, the lines for the ferry, like the streets, just like New York City style packed. I could not even imagine or see the allure of wanting to be there unless I was Dave Portnoy tucked away in my, you know,
Giant mansion on the
house
water.
overlooking exactly and doing my own thing and not being around the people. But I just cannot imagine it.
It's I would feel claustrophobic. You're on an island, right?
Right.
So there's only so far, and if something were to happen on the island, like say the fireworks went off and then the whole island lit on fire, there's only so many people that can get off at the same time. So I don't know. I don't think it's for me. But
It's a
again,
peculiar
I've never gone.
place, but I
So
think it's, again, worth checking out. I would go back to revisit maybe, but not
maybe in the
like
off season.
yeah, exactly. But funny enough, I saw that Adam Sandler was over there right before Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's wedding, and he's been known to go find these pickup basketball games wherever he
Hell
is
yeah.
and just jump in and play, which I love. And so he literally called the non-emergency 311 island number and was like, on the island, love it here, love to play basketball. Where can I find a court? And so he literally just shows up to this court that he found and is found a game with a bunch of random people and they were, posting pictures. He's like, let me stretch. I'll be right in. I love that about him.
Oh my God. I wonder how the competition was out there. I don't know if a lot of
I
Nantucketers are
they
good
are out
basketball
there
players.
exactly playing, yeah, pickup basketball. But there was a group of them and they were there. And I thought that was cute that he called 311 to be like, find me a
Is
court.
that
'Cause
like,
it's not like a
yeah,
city where you can like find the inner city courts or, the basketball parks or courts in parks. So yeah, he probably was probably off the beaten path a little bit to
you know,
find what he was looking for.
good for him. Well, I'm sure he did well. Hopefully he performed well. He's getting warmed up didn't he commentate their whole wedding or I don't know his role.
Officiate, yeah.
Officiate,
I think
yeah.
I think
There
he
we go.
did. I need more details on this wedding.
I I don't know. I feel like the more I hear about it, the worse or the more like cringy it gets. I don't know. With
Yeah,
just I've heard like there was a buffet that people had to stand in line to get their food, and then that Lena Dunham or whatever frick her name is gave this interesting speech. It's all fascinating from building a castle when she could have literally bought her own castle to go get married, and I don't know why she
fair.
had to make one, but you know what? We'll see how it progresses.
I will be very, very curious. But I will say if she does what people speculate about her $1 billion residency at
Oh,
MSG, it would be like her biggest like Easter egg or whatever they call it of all
look at
times.
you
I
little
know,
Swiftie.
really, I right? Well, I'm just like, if you really think about it, if this is like her trend of things to do, going to the Knicks game, sitting courtside, wearing her um Stevie Nicks, like Knicks, New York Knicks spelling t-shirts, and then she had Stevie Nicks play at the wedding, allegedly. And then obviously got married there.
Mhm.
And then now she rolled it into this biggest, payout of a residency ever would be insane.
I wouldn't put it past her.
I would not put it past her.
She is very calculated, very business-minded. That's why she got to be a billionaire, but I'll, yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know if I would want to go, but
I don't know about any of that either, but it's pretty impressive. But also seeing the guests roll up, and again, I always like to see for whatever event, wedding, what people are wearing and all of it. There were so many, obviously, paparazzi and people around just trying to take pictures of the guests that were heading to the wedding. Of all those people, there were so many people that I'm like, do they even know them? Like, what would the connection be between Travis and or Taylor and said guest?
I feel like it was more, yeah, it definitely wasn't like a close, intimate, friendly wedding. It was people within the industry that got the invite and, whatever. Because I heard there was, I forget the names of the people, but Travis's like good friends who he's been on like podcasts with and everything, they even got mad because they were like, how did that person get invited, but I didn't? So
Yeah.
I don't know what the criteria was to get invited, but who
Well,
didn't,
and there's
Blake Lively.
not Blake, yeah, exactly. And for that many people, I guess, like, what is the cutoff? If you're inviting 3,000 people or 1,000, like, and you don't get the invite, that's like a real, this is where you stand.
You
But
must feel offended. So, yeah, because that freaking stadium, how many, I don't even know how many people it can hold. But yeah, I heard like over 1,000 were invited. So,
crazy. And I
cool.
think like Charles Barkley, I think it was Charles Barkley, said he was invited. And again, same thing, a little bit of a stretch. Like, okay, maybe from the sports world, but like he's not really football oriented. Um, And he was like, "I just didn't wanna deal with, like, the craziness and whatever. I appreciated
Oh,
the invite, but I didn't go." And I was like, I'm sure there were
humbling.
people like that too. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. So then they
But
have your like backup list, and I wonder
ex
who, like, where you fell within that. So,
totally. But I mean, I know everyone had to sign NDAs and things like that, but I'm wondering, like, how they're gonna also reveal, like, these pictures, and I'm sure they took videos and whatever. There's no way they're just gonna keep it private
no,
and not put it out
yeah,
there,
I'd
but
be
I will be
interested.
very curious.
I want to see what now that I would never care what anybody's wedding dress looked like. I didn't even look twice, but now that I'm in the thick of it, wedding planning, and I chose my wedding dress. I'm like always comparing, oh, mine's better. But I wonder, I don't know. I feel like she's going to have
And it
something
is
cheesy.
stunning. Yeah, I agree.
So, but
We will see, but I will give credit where credit's due, and I did see that Travis Kelce was spotted with a new puppy of theirs landing in Palm Beach, and that dog is a really cute dog.
like cuter
Did
than
you see it?
Rivers.
Like, I mean, it's a big dog, so there's that. It's not a small dog, so different category, but I don't even
Oh,
know what kind it is. It's just a super fluffy white dog. Looks like it needs a
Samoyed,
lot. Yeah,
dog.
yeah,
The
yes.
hell is that?
They're fluffy and white, and they probably shed, and I don't think he belongs on a beach in Florida, but
It looks like he belongs in
he's gonna get some
Arctic.
miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, it's more of a winter snow dog for sure, but it's pretty and will take a
Wow,
lot
it's
of
already
grooming.
pretty big.
I
I'm
know,
wondering why they chose that dog. Jesus.
I wanna know too, but it made it sound like it wasn't a previous pet of either one of them, it was a new shared dog, so I don't know if they've had it since it was a puppy and no one ever saw it, or if they got it and maybe sent it away to training and just got it back and now it's their thing. I don't know, but another
Wow.
question
Do you
we need
think it'll
answered.
get along with Taylor's cats? She's more of a cat gal,
She is
so
such a she looks like a cat with
yeah.
her, like, eyeliner and stuff, like, she's a straight up cat.
Ah, that's too funny. Well,
Yes.
God bless this dog. It'll live a fabulous life.
It sure will. Speaking of not living a fabulous life, the raccoon that our Norwegian
Good
Viking
transition.
Holland but they're completely sold out of now in this store from Dallas. But I mean, now that was an entrance back to Norway with his stuffed taxidermy raccoon carrying a bottle of, some people said it was whiskey, some people said it was gin. Either way, carrying a bottle of alcohol, hand carrying it off the plane with his massive, fabulous bag. I love that guy. And I think that, again, when we highlight people from the World Cup, like his story and just how good he was and his talent. And I really wanted, the whole Viking row thing and everyone getting behind
I
all the
love
other athletes and like Hovland winning and all the Norwegian fans over there watching him. I just feel like it was something special and I wish that they had kept going. But his re-entry into Norway was coming in hot with that raccoon.
Uh, the guy's a freaking legend. I mean, I think he's gained like 40 million followers just being in the World Cup, but that was epic. Definitely legendary. Also, did you see the Air Force brought them in too? Like,
Yes.
so badass. And
So cool.
when's the last time they made it even to the World Cup? I don't know, but ooh, chills. Like, I love them.
So, so great. Such great fans. They're up there with the Scots. And
Yes.
we see all these athletes we've talked about, watches, bags, their swag. He has some of the better swag. I wouldn't pick it from the big Norwegian soccer player. His watch collection and his, big Hermes, luggage bags and just oversized bags he's got it going on. And he
Did
looks
you
like a straight up Viking.
Well, he literally transitioned. World Cup, they got eliminated. Now he's like a freaking high-end fashion model attending Dolce and Gabbana,
Like
shows and
right
things like
upon arrival. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
oh, dude, you are freaking universal over here. I love it. But also, did you see like the videos of his residence in Norway? How badass it was?
Yes. I would literally was like, is this AI?
Yeah.
It was
So
so cool, kind of like
it was like built into
sub-ground
the,
level. Yeah,
yep,
exactly,
yep.
and, like, all
And
the mossy green, and, of course, it was, like, kinda rainy, like, misty, but all the wood and it kinda dark,
he's
moody
so cool.
inside. So cool.
So cool.
Um, and then I read the coolest thing, again, just knowing different things of these players off court, but there was this only one surviving copy of this super rare book about Norwegian Viking era, and it was for sale for like $135,000. He bought it and donated it to a local library near his hometown so that anyone could read it rather than like adding it to his
Oh.
collection donated it to this library and was just like, I hope it inspires other young kids to discover and learn more about their own history. How cool is that?
What a good guy. Where was it? It wasn't even in Norway? Who had it?
I don't know. It could have been in Norway and it was just up for sale. Like it could have been part of
Yeah.
someone's collection or something that they were selling. But wherever he bought it from, he bought it and then donated it. And I thought that was just a really cool, like giving back for somebody that's young to have that as something that meant a lot to him to pay it forward, and enrich people with the Viking
The Norwegian
history.
heritage. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. Yeah, I mean, even just from them and the pictures they had before the World Cup started and, in their Viking gear and just, I don't know, that team was freaking legendary to the drums, to the rowing, and the
Totally.
whole
They
band's
carried
involved.
it the whole way through. I
Yeah,
will
and
give them
definitely
a lot of
compared to the
credit.
Scots. Yeah. No.
Yes, yes. And then, of course, they're rowing, which got to be everywhere. And then when England won in, like, true, like, British fashion, did you see them start chanting? It's my turn to sing, I guess, since we're back this time. It was like,
Oh,
"There'll be no fucking rowing in New York. There'll be
oh.
no fucking rowing in New York." Like, all the British people singing this cheer,
It's a round of
and
applause for you on that one.
thank you. And, I was like, "Okay, classic," but again, love the banter between the teams and the competitiveness, but instant classic for the Brits to throw that right down after they lost. But
Oh, man.
and then after they lost, of course, 11 is still living its best year in Miami, and our guy Holland just headed straight out to 11, partying away.
And just following your path over there. Gee,
Yeah,
11's your spot, but
11, yeah, but
uh,
I
I
just feel like
love it.
everyone it's hit all the right events for people and celebrations and Indiana Mendoza being there and like everyone just kind of funny that it's just all at once. But there was another funny clip where I think it was in the store where he bought his raccoon, and they're all like where he got, of course, like nice
Not his
boots
wreck.
and stuff. Yeah. And it's like a boot. He was like obviously boots and hats and whatever. And he's sitting there drinking water and really embracing the Texas culture. And some of his teammates were in the store with him, and they're making fun of him for drinking water, and he's just like in his cute little accent, he's like, they complain when I order this, but when I score the goals they zip it up.
They zip it
Yeah, he's like, they zip it up, they're not complaining when I'm scoring goals, but I'm drinking my water. So
I
funny.
I was gonna say, I feel like a lot of his teammates definitely mess with him, or maybe like they're jealous of him a little bit, especially after this World Cup and all the media coverage I think he received. Because I was watching when they did get out and when they got eliminated, I felt like his teammates weren't utilizing him at all. There was a bunch of clips of his teammates not passing to him, and again, I didn't watch the full game, so I don't know if they just clipped it just to say that they lost because he wasn't getting the ball, but there
They
could be some
wanted their
jealousy
moment
going
too.
on.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
he's the one
So
that brought it on, but they should all revel in that. But
right, that's what I was thinking.
Um,
So
and then the other team storyline, the only team that Spain couldn't beat thus far, Cape Verde. Like, I had to look up where it was. The smallest nation, it's like 525,000 people, smallest nation to ever get into a knockout stage of the World Cup. And it was their first tournament ever, lost in the round of 32. But they literally, the goalie's like 40 years old. He's like a bus driver or something. But they hired
uh,
some of their players from LinkedIn, like famously recruited one of their defenders. I think they got Roberto like Pico Lopez or something. And they like from LinkedIn, like literally messaged him once upon a time and was like,
hey,
"Hey." Yeah,
wanna play
exactly.
in
"You
the
wanna
World
come
Cup?
play?" Yeah. But just so amazing that, again, a country that small could have that much talent, make it that far, make it to the knockout round, and now everyone's, of course, like, "Oh, there's gonna be a big, um, massive tourist boom there, and it's a beautiful country." And, funny enough, Patricio, of all people, was down there fishing. Like, fishing that, but yeah, just anyways, he was like, "It's beautiful, fish are amazing, they're these massive fish." It literally looked like AI. For days. Yeah, and he's like, "I go here every year." I was like, "Oh, I didn't realize that's where you go fishing every year, but cool." But yeah, I guess that's just a really lovely place, happy people, but,
All
uh,
right, I guess we can put that on our bucket
hop, skip,
list.
and a jump way over to, Africa.
Africa. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
off the
little
coast.
far for me, but
Yeah.
I think again, it is very impressive that they made it that far, especially with I didn't know there was that much talent there, but now they're going to start breeding soccer players, and hopefully, their goal is to win soon. So good for them. They put up a good fight.
They really did. But the MVP of this, and I've got to say, we were the first on this, and now this picture was every single where. But to our listeners, we're so glad you listened to us first about Lamine Yamal being in that UNICEF ad with Messi way back in the day as a little baby, going into this with Yamal's first World Cup,
It's a
Messi's
tongue
last.
twister.
I know, literally. Now they're meeting in the finals, but I am obsessed with his half brother, the little 3-year-old boy. Have you seen all the reactions and like
Is he
memes
the
and
is he the little black baby?
yes,
Oh
he's
yeah, he's adorable.
adorable. I mean,
He
his
is really cute.
celebrations are like unmatched, and he's so into it and down on the field, and it's just the sweetest story. So they have the same mom, don't have the same dad,
Aw.
but it means like I look at him as a son, and I'm so thankful that I can give him and help give him the childhood that I wish that I had. And so Lamine, first of all, got his name the mom was pregnant, couldn't really support what they needed. So they named him after two friends that like were generous enough to help out, financially or whatever they needed at
Mhm.
like going through a tough time. And the friends' names were Lamine and Lamal. So that's how he like got his name. How cool is that? So
I
that was
love that.
nice. But then they have him, parents split up. The mom's like working at McDonald's or something to try to put food on the table. Dad's picking up trash on the streets. Didn't have enough money to pay rent. Parents were separated. And then obviously didn't have money to put him into soccer or like an academy or like a club or anything. And a director of a club saw him and offered to let him play for free. So that like really got him the start. And then at 7, he joined Barcelona's youth academy. How crazy is that at 7 years old, which I know, young, got his education. And then 15 years old was the youngest player in Barcelona history. And then at 18, which he actually had his birthday, he's now 19 during World Cup, which is funny because Messi also had his birthday, which we
Oh.
had celebrated. Just so many crazy like twists and turns. But to be 18, 19 during this tournament, outshining players that have been playing since before he was born, and to now be in the finals playing for Spain against Argentina is unreal.
Okay. I need to refollow this story. So, Lamine Lamal. Okay, so he was the little baby in the
He was
commercial?
the baby in that picture, that UNICEF picture that we talked
That
about from that ad.
you sent it to me.
Yeah.
But why did he get money from that? Like, or was he just
I
like
don't
this
know
poor
how
kid that
he
they
was
picked off the
selected.
street?
That I don't know. Maybe he
I'm
was,
like,
like, supposed to try out for UNICEF. I don't know.
he needs
We're
to
gonna
get some
have
residuals.
Yeah, we need to figure that out, but that like, what are the chances? Obviously, he was too young to be playing soccer at that time. I mean, he was a baby in that ad. He's, like, sitting in a little bathtub. But unreal. But the little the half brother, his name's Kane. His celebrations and his happiness, and Lamine was saying that before they played, I think it was Belgium. He called from his mom's phone and was like, "I'm gonna stick my tongue out at you if you win." And so a lot of those viral clips were him like sticking out his
Yeah, I
tongue
did see
because he
that.
had
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
said, just so cute. Um, and again, just so sweet because obviously he's still so young, and to look at him as a little brother and where they came from is just amazing.
I mean, good for him. Yeah, that's actually a really cool story.
So cool. And now that they're playing in the finals, but an interviewer or reporter had asked him, like, how do you deal with the pressure of playing the World Cup? And his response was the pressure. He's like, my mom had me when she was 16. My dad used to collect things from the street to bring home food. He's like, that's real pressure. Like, that's a great answer. Like,
Very humbling.
you're
Just
only
because I'm
on the
playing.
biggest stage in the world,
Yeah,
like playing your,
no pressure there.
craft. Yeah. But it still goes back to being humble and grateful, and obviously that somebody gave him the opportunity. I mean, if somebody hadn't let him, play for free and seen his talent, he would have never had the opportunity.
Yeah, that person definitely.
Life's changer.
Yeah, exactly,
Now he can
exactly.
name his kid after that person. I'm just kidding.
There is just gonna be a
Yeah.
whole lineage of it.
No, yeah. Super random. The ref for this final went to UT. How
When you
random is that?
when you said this, I was like, "How the hell did you even find that stat?"
It's
Like,
so bizarre. Yeah, exactly. So he came from Morocco to University of Texas on a green card, got his degree in mechanical engineering, I guess stayed. Um, he's officiated 3 games at this World Cup, one of the highest rated officials in the tournament, and I guess that's how they get selected to be in the finals reffing position. And one of only 9 Americans to ever be selected as a World Cup official, which, again, you have to be like, what's the definition of American? He's obviously from Morocco, but he clearly came from college and didn't leave. So I'm guessing at this point he's an established, American, whatever. But so cool and very random.
yeah, that's
And a
literally the most random.
massive game to be reffing for. You know you're going to get hate if you make some bad calls.
I was gonna say, I've been seeing a lot of hate on all the refs. Like, are they doing a good job? Or because they almost deleted one of our players for like a BS call until Trump called up
Trump
the
card.
yeah, he goes literally he better, I mean, they still played like shit, but at least he got back in. Yeah, that's interesting. That's
Yeah,
actually
the
very
rant on by Dave Portnoy on US soccer was actually hilarious. He was like ripping them apart. He's
how
like, I'm
bad they played that
embarrassed
last
and blah blah.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, there is a point, and they did obviously do decently well. There were other things like the women have won it like 4 times. I feel
Yeah.
like I feel like soccer in the US has not, for whatever reason, even met its close to its potential, especially on the men's side. I feel like you hear way more about it on the women's side, and it's becoming more and more, popular with all these clubs and whatever, and actual, in college, everything. I just feel like for men, I don't know, and I know we don't have the actual like clubs, like we were saying about Barcelona or wherever, where they start these
Yeah.
kids so young and actually train them like they do in Europe and South America. And um but it would be good to see that kind of start falling into place if there is demand for that, because why not? I mean, it is such an international sport, but like, I don't know why we're not investing in that a little more.
It
Right?
is
Like, do you
interesting.
know a lot of big soccer players, or even like growing up? Like, I didn't know any guys that were like
No.
deeply invested in soccer.
No, I feel like we prioritize baseball or
Football.
football
Yeah.
or something like that. So, yeah, it is interesting because I feel like, I don't know what sport you started playing, but my parents put me in sports super young, and the sport they put me in was soccer. So I was in like AYSO soccer,
Mhm.
even though I don't follow it now. But I feel like a lot of kids start out and then in it, and then because it's kind of maybe a bit easier, like basketball, you have to have like dribbling with your hands and stuff. Or soccer, it's not easy. That I take that away, but just I don't know. Like I feel like younger kids play soccer, and then you start going into like baseball or football or basketball or something like
Right.
that, where, the Europeans, they just kind of stick with that one sport. But,
That's true,
yeah, it
and they
is
don't
interesting.
have competing baseball or football or some of the other sport. Golf is
Like,
obviously expensive. There's a barrier to entry. I feel like that's some of
yeah,
it too, like soccer for super underprivileged area, or like even Lamine Yamal. Like anyone can have a soccer ball, or kick something around and like learn footwork and whatever. Not anyone, obviously, but
that's,
I
yeah,
mean,
that's,
I think there's some
I'm
of the big.
saying this, yeah,
I think there's some of the best athletes in the world. Like I think it's incredible the
100%.
shape they're in, and the skill and the
They never
technique
stop
and
running.
the footwork. I mean, incredible athletes all around. But I just don't like how we not raise them around here. I don't know.
I don't
But
know. I
it
think
was a little bit embarrassing, the US display in that one.
I was like, who's that team? That's not
Yeah.
us. That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
literally horrific. I was like, what's going on here? I
Yeah.
don't know.
A little
So
embarrassing, but it's
I thought
okay.
Trump
We'll
was going
enjoy
to
it from
call
the other
them
world.
like in halftime, because I was like, holy crap, we need some, big motivator going on over there. And then I
Something
was
to
like,
get him going.
Trump daddy, call in and
Yeah.
really let's give some motivation speech. But I never heard that happened, and that's why probably we lost. No, there's more to it,
Yeah.
but I don't know. They did do well, and I think went further than a lot of people anticipated. But it would have been fun to
See him
have
get a
them.
little further.
Yeah,
That'd
so
be
I think we
crazy.
could just, moral of the story, we got to have more people a little bit more invested in soccer
Let
here
us
in the
push
US.
for soccer. Yeah.
Let's go.
Um, and so many, not that it would help for, people that are actually going to be here and play for the US team, but just like all the other sports that again in college or whatever that bring all these players from overseas or internationally, for talent wise, like you could almost start grooming them here from when they're young, just like anything else. Or, Russian tennis players training in Florida, or, whatever,
Yeah.
just get it, or Eileen Gu, whatever.
Ugh. Ugh.
Claim where you want to be from, but come here
Who
and
is
train.
that?
I don't know. Yeah. But our little boy Timmy, did you see him? Timmy Chalamet out in Dallas, of course, representing France, whose or their jackets when they came out were so cool. I just thought they looked like so proper. They're like kind of
Why does he have to
gauzy. Like
sing France?
he's French, Chalamet,
Is he French? Oh, I
100%.
guess. I guess.
I
Sorry.
had to think about it too, but yes.
I'm
Um,
like, yeah, I didn't know you were a diehard French fan.
no, but he great year for his teams, Knicks and then France getting as far as they did. But I thought it was so funny him being starstruck by the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, like in awe. And like he knew this girl's name, Anna Kate. I know nothing about these Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders other than they have a show and they're like a spectacle and part of the branding and all of that, whatever. He was like, "Oh my gosh, Anna Kate." She was like freaking out that he like knew who she was, like in the
Yeah,
crowd
I'm
of like
sure.
cheerleaders. And I just thought it was so cute. And then he's like taking his pictures with them. And
How's Kylie doing now?
I don't know. Yeah, where's she been? She want to join
Yeah,
squad?
no. Yeah, do you watch
Uh,
that show? Was that
n-
Netflix show?
no. Have you seen it?
No. No, do you think I
Okay.
would watch that?
No, I don't. And that's the thing. Okay, I learned the most baffling thing ever. There was some comment that was made over the 4th, and my sister-in-law, who is very straight-laced, extremely smart, attorney, brother's an attorney, like very what's the word called? Let's see, maybe like
I don't
well,
want to shout out a
I'm not
word
gonna
because I
say
don't know
smart,
her.
like, it's not
No.
smart's, like, overused word, like, very, like, well-read, let's say that. Like,
Astute?
astute, but, like, well-read and, like,
Okay.
into news and current events, and
Worldly.
they start talking worldly about the Dallas Cowboy cheer and I was like, "Okay, you just blew my mind that you watch." I'm like, "Does my brother watch that?" She's like, "Yeah, why not?" And I was like, "You guys sit and watch this together." She's like, "Yeah." And she's like, What do you mean?" She's like, "You don't wanna see women excelling at their
Oh my God.
career and fighting for their position and earning their place," and, like, had this whole spin that I would have never taken on the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, and the way she pitched it, I'm like, "Okay, that's a compelling argument if you look at it like that." Like, they're extremely talented at their craft. They work their, butt off to be there. They've earned their position. Like, why wouldn't you wanna see a woman exceed in their it was just the funniest take, and I was literally floored to know that they both are, like, invested in watching this when, like, you couldn't pay me to like, I don't even like watching Cowboys football. Like, why would I wanna
Uh,
tune into the cheerleaders?
I mean, I get it. It's
I
like
maybe
I
I
feel
would
like
like it
every
more than the
yeah, no.
Cowboys.
I mean when you put it in that way, yeah, I like the competition and everything. And I feel like every cheerleader in the world is like growing up wanting to be a Dallas
Right.
cowgirl. That's like the quintessential, you made it kind of situation. And those girls like they're freaking bouncy and do a lot of flips and I could never do anything that they're doing. But I feel like I associate cheerleading with like girly cattiness, and like then I think it's like
Totally.
a reality TV show and that's just my, I guess, preconceived notion on it, and that's why I haven't invested in it. But if she's telling me to watch it, this astute, worldly individual, I guess
That's
maybe
what
I
I'm
gotta
saying, that I was like, when
hold
she said
on.
it like that, I'm like, "Okay, they are the pinnacle of their career of cheerleading." But when you're right. For me, I think of like cheerleading as like
Like,
a dance moms. Not that I've
yeah,
watched that either, but
exactly,
like all of those
exactly.
kind of kids that just have grown up and are like pageant kids turned
Like
cheerleader.
JoJo Siwa. Ugh.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even just but anyways, maybe I'll have to give it a whirl. But it really opened my eyes to be like, you know what? Okay, good for those Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders
Good for
excelling
them.
in their role as a
Hell
woman.
yeah. And they gotta fight for their spot.
Exactly, gotta fight for their spot, but, anyways, it was cute that he was so, Timmy was so I guess he must watch if he knows them, or if maybe he's just is like, "Oh my gosh, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders," but Jerry Jones went to one of the last game, I think it was the first game of the World Cup that he had been at. He probably was in south of France or somewhere on his boat in a way better place, or Santa
Yeah.
Barbara or something, but, um I was laughing to myself thinking, "Oh, good, he gets to see real athletes and real winners on his field. He never gets to see that."
Good one. I'm sure the football team loves to hear that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh
That's
my
a real athlete right there,
goodness.
so
But yes. Anyways, the ESPYs were last night, and
yes. Kai.
she looked so good.
She's incredible. Like, she's blossoming to be one of the most I mean, her freaking Vanessa, her mother is absolutely gorgeous, but just classy, elegant. She was walking down the red carpet. People were chit-chatting her up. Tan, gold dress, white teeth.
Whatever tan and shimmer she had on,
It
she looked
was
stunning, and I totally agree. It's like, there's that fine line between, end of high school and going into college, but whoever is in her team and camp, which obviously is probably the best of the
the
best
best of
given
the
the
best. Yeah.
family,
Little
but
president's god or
and just
great
on the
daughter.
sports side and, even help with
Yeah.
Tiger and whatever. But, and she and Charlie Woods both just came out, with their NIL, multi-million dollar deals that they have. But whoever is like grooming her to be how she is doing an incredible job. Like she is just growing up and she is looking in such good shape. And I know sometimes she like shows what she's eating and like her, protein in her snacks and this is my breakfast and this and that. But you can tell, and though in her workouts, I mean, she is ripped. Like she's not just skinny. Like she's got a six pack. She's got, for as skinny as her legs are, they're very built. Like she's definitely in there squatting. Like she looked good.
Never
Beautiful
thought I'd look up
dress.
to an 18-year-old. She
I
18
know,
or
right? I'm like, oh,
21
like, yeah.
but
Kate Middleton, watch out.
I mean, she's got some incredible role models, so I think we need to be doing whatever they're doing because it seems to be working. So we can't go off the beaten path. But yeah, she looked
Yes.
really good. I didn't follow. I saw some memes and stuff of the actual ESPYs. Did you watch it or like watch
No,
any
I
clips
didn't
of it?
watch it. I just, again, kind of flipped through like who the winners were, saw some of the kind of red carpet who was wearing what. But I did see that Alyssa Liu won Best Breakthrough Athlete, which great for her. Loved that.
That's awesome.
Who else? Jalen Hurts won, I think, Best Championship Game and like maybe Male Athlete of the Year. Mendoza won for college.
Did you see
Just the
his joke
typical.
with the Latino or whatever?
Uh-uh.
Because I didn't know Latinos were so short or something. No, I don't know.
He said
Okay.
that.
He no, it was it's with Mars I don't know, I watched it briefly. I probably shouldn't comment on it, but he was throwing some jokes out. He was funny. Not
Oh,
only
how
is he a
funny.
LinkedIn advocate, but
He's got
he's a
jokes.
jokester as well. Yeah. So you got to watch some clips on him.
I'm really curious to see how he performs in the NFL. But Eileen Gu was there. She was a presenter. She
Ugh,
presented to Jalen. She's everywhere still. And it's still driving me nuts.
that's driving me insane. Did
And
you
her
see
dress
that
was
big
terrible.
white party in Hamptons?
Yeah, she
She
was
was
there
like
too.
all up in there, and I was just like, ooh,
And she was
ooh.
at Wimbledon. She's been at the World Cup games. And of course, at Wimbledon, she was like giving a little spiel about how she attended Stanford with Arthur Ferry and was celebrating with him and some of his friends and just to see, his journey and this and that. And for girls to get involved in sport and you don't have to be professional, but just to build. I was just like one of those things that I'm like, okay, like go be a good athlete, but just she's too
I
much.
I hate her. So
But yeah, and then all these World Cup, I'm like, how is she literally everywhere? Like
I
she's everywhere.
mean, she doesn't even want to represent the U.S. Like, go support. Yeah, I don't know. She'll just she rubs me the wrong way, and she
She'll
always
be
will.
around like Osaka. Okay, this Wimbledon,
Oh, Osaka.
by the
Ugh.
way, we
Ugh,
didn't
just
even,
as
yeah, we kind of skipped over since again we were a little bit late, but in my mind, I was like, this has to be the most unwatched, like
mm-hmm.
opposed to everything else we talk about. That's literally record after record after record. By the way, women's soccer sent a record last night for women's sports in New York. Just everything is setting a record, no matter what the tournament is, viewership, whatever. I was like, this finals of the men's and the women's have to be the most unwatched of all times. And it wasn't. It averages the second most watched Wimbledon behind the 2019 Wimbledon for
I just
ESPN. So then I had to go back and look at like how long has ESPN had this contract? Like maybe that's just the last couple years. I was trying to think what network might have had it before, which it was NBC, but years ago, like years ago. So there's been plenty of good tournaments since they've had it. And this is the second most watched. like 2 Czech girls I had never heard of in my entire life.
Yeah,
And
that
then
was
and again, it was averaged over the whole tournament, so obviously I'm sure the more of it was at the beginning, but then I had seen something else that it
when
was
all the
like
good
a
people
record
were.
on but for men's and women's, the finals themselves, which again, I just don't believe. Average, maybe. At
We'll
least
see.
Sinner was there, but
Yeah, exactly. I think that brought in a lot of viewership for the men's, but yeah, it was interesting. Usually I see a lot more media coverage or just like on my feed, like regardless if your algorithm is sports or not. I didn't see a lot of coverage on it, but obviously I saw Center and the Heat he didn't let the Heat get the best of him, so that was
yeah,
good.
he made it through. I know, even though he did his
Yeah.
bloody foot at one point, but I mean, yeah, at least he was there, and I really liked the story about this, Arthur Ferry, uh, British player, very young. Um, he was a semifinalist, actually played tennis at Stanford with Eileen, as she reminded us.
Oh, besties.
Yeah, but his
Is Stanford a US university?
California, yay.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
Eileen just check in, so.
yeah, exactly. His father manages this massive hedge fund. They used to own this French soccer club. His father's still the president of the team, but he's the second wild card in history to get through the Wimbledon semis. Kind of an interesting story, but seemed like a great kid overall. I didn't know really anything about him, but like things like that again were fun to watch. But my highlight of Wimbledon was Kate Middleton. Like stole the
Oh.
show of any single on and off.
Whenever she comes out and presents the trophy, it's just so elegant. But this dress that she was wearing, I need to figure out how to get my hands on that because I want that to be my welcome dress party in Ireland. The green, the elegance, it was just
The
everything about
cut,
her.
she looked so good in the red dress and then the green dress. And then Prince George and Charlotte were with her and William, of course, for the men's final. And
Did you
then
see really
okay.
quickly, by the way, speaking of William, his cousin, do you follow like Kitty Spencer and like the lady Kitty Spencer, I should say?
Some, but not
I'm
deeply.
obsessed with him, but I just literally opened my feed right before jumping on this, and she has a picture with Erling at the Dolce and Gabbana show. Just that
No
happened last
way.
year.
That's
Yeah, and I was like,
so
oh, she wanted a
funny.
picture with him too. So Lady Kitty was
He
with him.
is
But anyway,
everywhere.
so cousin Kitty.
That is so funny. And I saw William is going to be, maybe it's not out yet, but I saw a teaser on the New Heights, podcast with the
Ooh,
Kelces. And I was like, I wonder how that connection went. But I guess that
interesting.
they had met. There were those pictures of Charlotte with Taylor Swift. I don't know if it was at a concert that she had
Oh,
in
I did see
London or
that.
England or somewhere in Europe or what the interaction was, but I guess they had met up, so maybe they kind of sparked some sort of relationship. But I just thought it was a funny fit to see William on there with those two. But I'd be kind of curious to see what
Interesting.
he had to
Interest.
say
Yeah.
there. But so they were talking to Arthur after his match or during the tournament at some point, and of course just like the most proper conversation you could have. Obviously he's very proper, raised well,
Hmm.
Stanford, that great accent. She has the most like pristine perfection voice, I feel like. Kate, don't you think? Like the way she
Oh
speaks and
yeah.
like so
Oh my
they're
God.
like going back and forth all
Really good.
proper and the kids are standing there and at the end of the conversation he was like, I heard your children play tennis sometimes at Windsor. Let me know if they ever want to hit some balls sometime. Just like so cute and like so innocent. I'm like, I love that. It was just
Just if you want to go hit some balls
I know, how
sometime.
cute is that?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
I
I
thought it
love
was
it.
so cute. I'm trying to think what other else things from the tournament. Djokovic. I've got to say, for as much as I've hated on him over the years and kind of how whiny and, COVID and vaccines and just all kinds of stuff, just kind of like not anything wrong about that, whatever, but he just like on and on about different stuff. Oh, he's just kind of like not my favorite. I never put him up there with like Federer or Nadal or
Mhm.
whatever. Obviously, has proven himself. But for him to continue to do what he's doing and perform at the level he's performing against these younger players, um, is really remarkable. And he's so gracious in all of his interviews. so kind to his opponents, just takes the losses and the wins, like, so well.
Yeah.
And I remember Tiger Woods once in an interview years and years and years ago was like, "I'm gonna retire when my best isn't good enough." And I'm like, so many people, age, new talent, whatever, if you were Djokovic, would have retired by now,
Yeah.
like, cut their career way shorter. For him to keep going, I just think it's so great. But after one of his matches, when he lost, a reporter asked him, like, what it feels like to always be chasing Alcaraz and Sinner, and he had the best response. He was like, "I'm chasing Sinner and Alcaraz." He's like, "I'm always a chaser. I've never been chased." Um,
But I don't understand that.
no, I'm
Don't you
always
wanna
the
be chased?
yeah, I think that's what it was. But he's like, "I find it very disrespectful. You must have missed what happened between when I dominated tennis for 15 years and won 24 grand slams. I'm not chasing anyone." I'm like, "Good for
Shit.
him." Yeah, you can't
Humbled.
compete with that. But I'm like, these interviewers and reporters sometimes
They're
ask
so
the
dumb.
dumbest questions.
It's just like, I first off, I don't think some of the journalists, yeah, like, they're not the most intelligent individuals, and they ask the dumbest, stupid questions, and I'm like, I hope I don't know. I just get mad at reporters, but, good answer by him. I don't really have an opinion about him one way or another, but you gotta respect the hustle and the tenured golf career.
Yeah, exactly. Tennis.
No, tenured, like, he's
Oh,
tenured in
I
his
thought you said tenured golf career. Yeah.
wait, did I? Tenured oh, shit, sorry. You know what?
A little bit of a tongue twister, tenured tennis
There we
career. Yeah,
go.
there we go.
It's like
Straighten it
Lamar,
out.
like, whatever, yeah,
Yeah,
so
exactly. I know, I
my
always say
iced
that one
coffee
backwards
is
too, too
running out,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah, get back to the general store up there.
I gotta go back.
Yeah.
Camp Ellis
Grab a
General
lobster roll while you're at it. Love it. Oh, there's the click, click, click.
Store.
There it
I'm an
is.
influencer.
You're an influencer now. Also, speaking of Nantucket, there's like this store that has like Nantucket baskets, which are obviously like an old Nantucket thing, like woven baskets and like some whaling stuff and
Oh,
whatever. And there's
how
this sign
nautical.
that they like hung, yeah, very nautical. There's this like new sign that they hung that's like getting all this attention. It literally says "no influencers" on like this very proper old like wooden board. It's so great because I'm like, yeah, your whole island is filled with no thank yous, but whatever. Um, Osaka. We need to talk about her
Oh,
for a second because what's a tournament without talking about her? Gotta
she's
say,
so bad.
so bad. She did well. I will really give her credit. For
Girl
her to
pants.
beat Sabalenka, I don't care. I don't either, but a win is a win. And for her to beat Sabalenka was good. She had like a 3% chance of winning or as of being a favorite, whatever. And then really became like the favorite. And, but what was she wearing?
I think for an American tennis player, it is required to be an absolute idiot. Like,
First and
I
foremost,
don't
I
like
am an
any of
idiot.
them.
No, I agree. We've got to get somebody new in there because for women's, men's, all of it, I do not understand. Like, what is she doing? And it's Wimbledon. Like, there is a certain class and etiquette of Wimbledon. Yes, it was all white. Congrats. You followed the main rule. What are you doing? Like, what is that? I thought it was a terrible look. I didn't know if it was like a kimono or like a sumo wrestler suit. I don't know what it was. It was so bad, especially
Yeah.
for Wimbledon. Like somebody's got to start saying something because it's getting out of control. Like I love that Sabalenka, has her jewelry and like her things and she kind of keeps a little bit edgy at times, but it's like
Glass jewelry, so.
yeah, exactly. But like that's her thing. Like do it like to me it's like she's trying too hard. If that's her way of expressing herself and keeping her mental health under control, then maybe I can see it. Good for her, but like
How
I
does
don't
that
think
keep your
that's it.
mental health under control?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm just like
It
trying to
just
think
shows
like
you do have mental health issues.
yeah, I don't know, but I have no idea what that was. And then on the flip side, there was this Ukrainian tennis player who I really didn't know much about, Marta. And this dress is actually called the Marta dress, designed by Wilson of all brands. Like you'd think that any other
Wilson's
brand
actually
would come.
coming back.
Yeah, I think they
I
are. Yeah.
recently bought a few things from there, and I'm like, "Ooh, I look like a golfer tennis pro."
Yes, and they used to be so good. Like their old school pleated skirts, like they used to be my favorite. Like they was just so classy like tennis, but they must be making a comeback because this dress was so beautiful and so on brand for Wimbledon. Did you see it? It was like lacy, but not too much. I mean, it was beautiful, like literally absolute perfect, great neckline, elegant. It was like a bra kind of shirt underneath a dress, like a two-piece. It was so, so beautiful. Like, we need more of
No,
that.
I loved every second of it. I want to play golf the day before my wedding, and I want to purchase that in Ireland, like wear it in Ireland. Like, it's so cute. It was really, really classy, and it looked really looked really great on her
Look
because I
at you're
had no
just getting
idea
all
the
of
stuff.
your fashion inspo from Wimbledon. I love it.
Fashion, Jesus, I know. It's all these European things that I need to acquire.
I know, but let's bring that again back up, that taste and classiness over here. But so that was lastly on Wimbledon. Leighton Hewitt. Do you remember him as a tennis player? Leighton
No.
Hewitt? Okay. Well, he is back way back, like in the, Federer,
Okay.
even like
I'm
way
not a
before Federer retired.
well-versed
Yeah, I know,
tennis
yeah. But
connoisseur.
great guy, great player. But his son, Cruz, reached his first ever junior Grand Slam final this year at Wimbledon, which is awesome.
Badass.
And Roger Federer's daughters are very close friends with him. And it's so cute seeing them together, kind of being full circle after like the Leighton being around, the Federer era and playing, and I think had great respect for each other. And
Yeah.
then seeing the daughters out there was now supporting Cruz. And then there's obviously chatter of like, oh, could it be more? Like as if one of the daughters is dating
Parents
him.
only
But it's
wish.
so cute.
No, I did. When I read it, I did look up, or when you sent it to me, I looked it up, and it was both of them are very cute. That he was like hugging one of the daughters or something. It was,
Yeah,
yeah, no, good for him. Good.
really
I like the
cute.
name Cruz too. It's cute.
It is a cute. It is a. Is that one of the Beckham's
It
names? I think
is.
it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I always thought that was a
Like
good game. Cruz
Brooklyn
Beckham, Brooklyn and
Cruz.
Cruz.
Yeah, I
And
don't know
what's
what
the
the
other?
other ones. Don't ask
I
me.
don't know either. Okay, and then golf. Back to our numbers. Scottish Open. Again, we got grazed over this or blaze over it because we kind of skipped it while we were not here. But most watched ever. Again, add it to the list. Tom
Most
Kim.
watched ever. Lauren, I'm starting
You're
not to
like
believe you.
I know.
Yeah.
Start fact checking me, people, and ask me or tell us if we're wrong because everything is the most.
Yeah, it's like it can't be. It can't. But
Literally.
no, it is.
Like,
It is.
no, it's so crazy. But Tom Kim was the winner. He seems like he's the sweetest kid. And he said his first text from anyone after winning was from Tiger Woods. How nice is
Mm,
that? And he
good.
was like, it just is so nice to see, or this just shows like how much he really, cares and what a, great guy he is.
Is
And
Tiger out of rehab? Where's Tiger at?
Tiger's
Where's he
back.
been?
Tiger is
He's
wheels
back.
down with his dog back in Florida. So he's down there with
Okay.
Taylor and Travis. And
Uh,
yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but he's back. But I just really thought that was super sweet. They played together in TGL for Jupiter Links. But either way, he didn't have to take the time, to do that
to
and
send it,
be
congrats.
so prompt about it. So
What a
love
guy.
that. Scottie missed the cut. Oh, Scottie, I think he got like golfer of the year. I think he did win an SB too, but he missed the cut. I could not believe it. He had an incredible streak going of 78 consecutive made cuts. His first miss in nearly 4 years was at the Scottish Open. That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, I saw him afterwards in an interview, and oof, I was like, it was the volume was down, but I didn't know he had just missed it. And his face just looked, I was like, why is he so sad? And then I found out. I was like, oh shit. So he was, that one must have hurt.
I wonder what's going on. I wonder if it's like distractions from, the new baby or like pressure, like just, I mean, obviously it takes incredible dedication and time and everything focused to be number
Resilience.
one for that long. Yeah. I mean, obviously he's still so good and at the top. I'm just like, I think it would be hard to know that you're again kind of falling back from where you always are. Like I
don't think he
what
wants
is the
to hear
cause?
that, Lauren.
Well, I'm gonna remind him it's okay.
Humbling
You
experience. Get
can
your
get
shit
right
together,
back to the
Scotty. Come
top,
on.
Scotty. Come on, step it up. Get your kid off the green and
Yeah.
focus. No, it's so cute. But I did see Bennett out there with him before the British Open, which is this week, at Royal Birkdale in Southport, England. Uh, I just think it's so cute that he goes out there with him. But again, I don't know. Maybe it's a distraction. Maybe he just needs to focus on golf and not have the wife and
That's
kids around. I don't
the
know.
wife. It's, hey, honey, you got to stay home. This is
Yeah,
my job.
exactly. Speaking of, and this is so, don't know why I'm relating this to Scottie Scheffler, but did you see at one of the matches in Kansas City, Mahomes was there and Brittany Mahomes was there, and they were sitting in two different rows in the suite, and they were like getting roasted. Like even Patrick Mahomes doesn't want to sit next to her.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And but severally of that, which again, obviously you don't know the context. I'm sure she was sitting next to somebody else or like, having a conversation and was moving back up
Yeah.
or whatever, but it was just so funny to see. But she has had some major work done. Like I'm talking major. I don't know if it's nose, eyes, chin, cheeks. I have no idea, but she has had some major work done. Do you agree?
I mean, I don't want to be. I never want to talk negatively about another
I'm
woman.
not talking
Look, I
negative
think
about
she
it, and I'm
needed.
all for work. Right, but I
I
think
think
she's
she needed
had.
it. That's where I was going. You didn't let me finish. Like, yeah, yes. I think she needed it though. So
Right, but then you start wondering, like, was it better before? Like, there's also that. Like, it's that
it's like
much
the
a
next.
drastic. Like, maybe it just hasn't settled into like that's the new her. But
It's like freaking Susan Dell.
Susan Tell. But anyway, sorry, that was odd tangent. But it definitely did stand out in the pictures I've seen her in lately. But for this British Open, TaylorMade made these bags, like the King's Guardian collection. Did you see the picture? I think I tried to send it to you. Maybe I didn't. But the golf bag are like obviously the big player bags, but they're
Yeah.
incredible. Like the head cover's inspired like by the pageantry of like obviously it's the last men's final men's major for the year. But it's like crowns and horses and like carnival fonts, like gold carnival font for like with TaylorMade and like blue and white, red, gold, the whole bag. I absolutely loved it. It was like photographed with an old carousel, which I am obsessed with the old carnival kind of circus aesthetic. Is that weird?
No, I mean I like that kind
I
of.
love
I feel
it.
like it's like castle circus vibe. You know what I'm talking about? I
Yeah.
don't know.
But it's like a little bit mysterious, but there's something kind of elegant about it. I feel like. I don't know. I just love it. Like not like the weird, creepy clowns and stuff. I'm talking about like the actual like carousel and the
Yeah.
animals and like the like the red and white tent, like exactly like what the bag's like the red, white, and blue crowns. Like, yeah, I just love
I
it.
need to get my hands on a couple head covers. Adam got wasted and lost mine, so maybe I'll tell him to buy me some.
Adam got wasted. Troopy. Oh, so
Are we
funny.
shocked?
We are not shocked. Love it.
He if you're not drinking with him, he's not having a good time. So
No, he's not. Come on, come
Jason
all.
learned the hard way.
Oh God. Um, okay, lastly, I feel like we've gotten through like so many pinpoints. This one is up there also. So the WNBA came out with their 30th anniversary poster. Who has brought the WNBA to life? It's Caitlin
Caitlin
Clark,
Clark.
Sophie
There's
Cunningham.
That's not like a subjective statement. Like it's objectively the truth.
It is
Everybody
100% the truth.
Yeah, everybody became aware, has been following WNBA because of Caitlin Clark. I mean, there's some people like Angel Reese that have kind of
Right.
added to it, but she literally is the
She's
reason
the one
why.
that propelled it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
they came out with this poster to commemorate the 30 years, and she's not on the poster. Like,
Did you see? Well, in the what is it? The WNBA's like players ballots for like the All-Star game or whatever. I think the fans can vote, and then the players can vote. The players, her literally people within the WNBA voted her 11th best guard in the league. And I'm like, what? 11th? Who are the
11th.
10 that are better than her? And even
Right.
the fans, I think, voted like her second. I don't know. It was just an absurd thing. And then Candace Parker, I think, criticized the player voting. It was this whole ordeal. But jealousy is a thing and it's not a good look.
But for somebody that has brought so much to the sport and to the game and for all these girls. It only helps all of them for her to be there and to have so much focus on the WNBA right now. Why are you now gonna go against her and hate on her? You know, like,
I
she's helping grow your sport that you're so proud of and you're a part of, bringing money into the game, making major moves because her word does carry weight, you know,
yeah,
within the, with the commissioner or whatever. And then you leave her off of the poster, and this comes after all those insane calls against her where she was, like, choked and,
dude, just
why
getting
are they
body
after
slammed to the
her?
ground. Yeah. It's it's frankly, it is embarrassing, and I think it's bringing more attention to the fact that they are doing that. Right, babe? Adam's agreeing. He's
Is
nodding his
Adam
head right
giving you
there.
the Sophie Cunningham pointing finger?
Yeah. Dude, that girl's a legend. I love her. She's just like
It's just
she in the interview after, she's like, "I literally didn't even say anything. I just pointed and she got so
so
mad."
great, so great. That literally was everywhere, and it's such a good response. Like, no words even needed. You just let him know. So
I'm gonna
great,
start doing
but
that now. If anybody messes with me, I'm just gonna
give him the finger. So funny. All right, everybody. Well, we are glad to be back. We will not leave you hanging next week. And do we have any other updates? Interesting things shared? Movies, shows,
movies, shows.
travel, sharks?
Oh, there was a new show on Sharks. Well, I'm gonna stay updated
Yeah.
on now that I know that they're right outside I wouldn't want to know it in California, but I feel like I would never go in the ocean, but I really am not going to go in the ocean knowing they're right there. Nope, there was a new show. Did you watch on Netflix? It was the cruise documentary in Italy. Uh they hit a rock or something. I don't want to give you the whole detail, but did you see that?
No,
They hit a rock. It's a bit more
It's
dramatic
not
than
an
that.
iceberg, it's just a rock.
No, it's a rock. It's literally
Okay.
a rock, and it was right next to shore in Italy, and it's like Titanic, like, kinda
Italian style.
similar. Yeah,
Okay.
well, yeah, but there was
When
some
was
American.
this?
It was 2011, I wanna say, or somewhere around that time period, and they were super close to shore, and they hit a rock, and then the captain didn't tell anybody that they were in, because a cruise ship is so big. People
Right.
don't know what's going on the cruise ship. They're like, "Do we get off?" Like, and things happen slowly. So, like, it's like, after hours and hours of people freaking out, and it started tilting, and then they're like, "Okay, aboard finally." I don't know. It's interesting. Watch it.
Okay.
It's kind of funny because we were just like, "Why don't you just jump off and swim to shore?" But I'm sure it's a lot more. Even did you see that pontoon boat in Alcatraz?
I did see
And
that.
like, it was literally like a little boat, and like 3 people died, and I'm like, "How did that you
Crazy.
can't just jump off, and what happened?" I
Yeah.
just so, it's probably, with the cruise ship, way harder than that, but I don't know. So, a lot of people died. Don't watch
Yeah.
it.
But it is interesting because even ferries or whatever that happens, I feel like there's been a few of them lately. Um, and you're right, there is always a death, and I always think to myself, how? But then you also have to think of even in those small situations, I'm sure there's like an elderly or children or, whatever that
Yeah.
just don't have the swimming or stamina or what health or it's just it's sad. But okay, well, we'll have to give this a try.
It's like so-so. I still think maternal instinct is a
Oh
little
my
bit better, but
goodness. That sounds cuckoo. All right, everybody. Well, enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the summer as it's fleeting.
it's fleeting
And
away.
the days are only getting shorter. Love it.
They are. Yeah, I just on this while I've been sitting here, do you see how dark I am now? It's like,
Yeah, it's
I
already
feel like
changed so
it's
much.
already nighttime. No, I don't know,
Well, in
but
Oregon, it's so hard because the sun comes up at 4:30
mhm.
a.m. literally, and it's up until 10. Like you're going to sleep in the light.
So that's
I mean, I don't
yeah.
my bedtime is, like, close to yours. It's, like,
Yeah. No, I'm
real on the
a
early side, so it's, like, full sunlight.
well, that's one thing I do like about the West Coast is I'm up a lot earlier, just because the sun is up a lot
Right.
earlier. So we were just in California for the past, couple weeks, and we were even Adam too. Like, we were up at 5:30 every single morning, and
Right.
it wasn't like a big deal. Like,
And
But
then it's nice you go the whole day and then you are tired early, and you just sleep well and start again early the
exactly.
next day. That is the positive.
Yes, the
I
health.
think they
But it's
just passed today the bill for um permanent daylight savings.
really?
I don't know if I don't think it means that is like official, but like it's now going to be really like could be confirmed that would be the
Oh,
case.
interesting.
I don't
Interesting.
know the process, but I
Okay.
do know
Well,
that is a thing. But
well, there you go.
okay, well, enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Thanks for
Yes, I'm gonna go make a
listening.
salad right now. Pray I don't get what's the thing that's gonna
Cyclospora or something.
Yeah, shit, that would be horrific. So,
Sounds like it's Taco Bell's fault, so I think you're safe.
is it? Okay, well, I saw it was on lettuce, and I'm like, "Ooh, do I eat a salad? Do I not eat a
I know,
salad?"
it really
So,
freaks me out. But
I
I
don't know.
haven't heard anything about there.
Okay, until you hear yeah, knock on wood, I'm gonna go
California's on the list.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
well, Maine, let's hope yeah, I don't know,
California,
but
Michigan. I don't know where else the
mm,
bad spots are, but Maine seems fresh. Go to your local. Go back to your
my
general
general
store.
store, Camp Ellis,
Some
I'll be
lettuce
okay.
from somebody's farm will just do you
There
good.
we go, just pick it right out of the ground.
All right. Bye, everybody. Oh, bye. Okay, we can't
Oh!
finish without who are we going for World Cup?
Oh, I don't know, I guess I like Argentina.
Oh, I'm going Spain. We're rivals.
Are you?
I
I
just,
guess I don't
I
really have
mean,
an opinion on either. Why are you going Spain?
well,
I
ideally,
mean,
I would
my
like
dad's in
Norway. Like
Spain,
that
so
would be
maybe
my like if I
well,
wanted.
Norway,
I would, yeah. Norway's would have who I would have loved to see go all the way through. But Spain, I just love Spain. I like Spanish soccer players. I like Spain is a regal country. I love the country in general. Haven't been to Argentina, so I can't say anything about that. I would
yeah.
like
Okay.
to go, but I just feel like it would be cool to see Messi win. But overall, I think that, you know what I feel like this is kind of like? Spain has the younger guys, kind of like flashier I'm talking about in the sport. Argentina is like the established like Knicks. It's like the Spurs and the Knicks
Well,
right now. I feel like
I
the Messi
do you
deserves to
like the
be there,
underdogs?
deserves to be. Yeah, no, he's like Jalen Hurts. Like he's like the older guy, collective, cool, incredible. He's had the history. And then you have the Lamine Yamals, of Spain, like the
Well,
younger
did you
guys.
see
Like,
Argentina? They held a sign up that may get them in trouble, and I don't what no
yes,
sign.
it was
What was
some
this
political sign or
about an
statement.
island or
And I
something? Yeah.
didn't even know what it said, but I did read that it was something that they could get in trouble
So maybe
for.
that'll
And I also saw they're getting
hurt.
like investigated for like money laundering and
Yeah, so maybe
everything
they're not
else
great
on
people.
brand.
Maybe maybe Spain's the way to go. I don't know. I don't really care which team wins. It's not all my teams are out, but yeah, maybe the more I think about it, Argentina's not that great. But
When they were playing Switzerland. Not sure who I should cheer for, the bankers or the steak merchants.
oh,
I kind of wanted Switzerland to win just because
we like the bankers.
we like the bankers, but it's okay. Steak merchants are good too. But right now, I'm wanting Spain.
You heard it here, folks.
Heard it here,
Vamos,
folks.
vamos.
Vamos. Yeah. All right. Adios.
Hasta luego. I feel like that was fitting.
Yeah.